You ever heard about this study? So the psychologist put the child in a room, one at a time, offered them a marshmallow, said, if you wait until I get back, I will give you 2 marshmallows. Now, that is temptation for a child, right? Because when the psychologist left the room, some of the children immediately ate that marshmallow. Some of them could wait, and they got 2 marshmallows. But the interesting part of the study is what happened years later as they followed these children. Some 18 years later, they discovered that those children that had self-control at a very young age were very successful later in life. And those that did not have very much self-control, they had some problems later on in life. You're probably thinking right now, which child do I have? Which one was that? I thought to myself, what would Jesus have done? And the answer is simple. He would have multiplied the marshmallows so everybody could eat all the marshmallows they wanted. But what does it sound like in the mind of a child when they are looking at that marshmallow? For the ones that faced the temptation and lost, I feel like their minds were saying, I want that marshmallow, I want that marshmallow, I want that marshmallow. And the ones that had the self-control, they were probably saying, I can do this. I can wait. I can wait. You see, when temptation comes, right, it's all in our minds. What voice is in your head? What are the voices in your head saying when you are facing temptations of life? Because we all have temptations, don't we, in life? We all have temptations that we face on a daily basis. They are unhealthy desires. Some of them are unhealthy desires waiting to give birth. That's really what James is saying. And temptation can be agonizing. You don't want to give in to the temptation, do you? But then you might think, well, what if I just do it one time? Or what if I just get back on track next week? Right? What could happen if you don't, or if you give in to your temptation? And here's the nasty, sad truth. If you give in to your temptation, it could become a stronghold in your life. It could become a habit, an addiction, a hold so strong that it can ruin your life and the people around you. Well, I'm here to help you today. I want you to see how Jesus faced temptation, because we always want to know, what would Jesus do? And I want you to break free from a stronghold if you have one in your life. And the best way that I know how to do this is to understand that God's Word is the way of escape. God's Word is the way of escape. Just listen to the words of Paul in 1 Corinthians 10:13. No temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. You think you're alone in your temptation? The devil wants you to think that. You're not alone. Someone else has had the same temptation. God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond your ability, but with temptation, He will always provide the way of escape so you may be able to endure it. God's Word is the way of escape.